Hey team, this is Nathan from RunDreamAchieve.com. Hope you all are doing well. Today's topic, I want to go over off-season running training. And I did receive a question recently regarding this topic. Thought it was really important because a lot of runners around the world do ask this question. They want to know, what should I be doing in my off-season? Should I be doing strength training? Should I be doing any type of speed work? But his question is, can you do a video on off-season running? Everyone says weights, cross training, etc., but few talk about the running itself. Still do fartlek running, still push, should I still push pace? How do I baby down the training schedule and stay fit, and how to run fast? Is it a mini-me version of the 16 to 20 week race preparation training plans, or is it different? So definitely a good question. In off-season training, the main focus should strictly be really just building endurance, staying active, because we all know it's very difficult to stop doing speed intervals and getting in race shape and getting in and prepared for our races. So it's very important to really in the off-season just to take your time, don't be in a rush. Just slowly build your aerobic fitness. I don't think you really should be overly concerned so much with running extremely high mileage during the off season, staying on a consistent because in terms of training for your specific races, everybody's different. There's some athletes that want to run lower mileage and perform better running lower mileage, and then there's athletes out there that really focus and do better running higher mileage. But during the off season, just focusing on consistent mileage really is key. And if you are going to be doing additional types of workouts during off-season training, do strides 2 to 3 times per week, working on your acceleration, working on your leg turnover. If you are going to be building in additional workouts throughout the week during your off-season, I just wouldn't really focus so much on really hammering speed intervals or road intervals, anything like that. Over the years, training for any races from the mile all the way up to the marathon distance, my off season really was just really 100% focused on building mileage, being consistent, and then being able to go into the race season having already prepared in terms of building aerobic fitness, because you don't want to. The season's already long enough, so a longer buildup is key. I think you're going to get more benefit out of a longer buildup rather than a shorter buildup. So the longer you can spend building your aerobic fitness and laying that strong foundation of mileage, the better off you're going to be preparing for once you get into race-specific training and you start doing those intervals and fartlek workouts. I think in terms of the off-season, fartlek is probably, as long as it's moderate fartlek training, I think that's okay, as long as you don't go too anaerobic in your training during the off season. Again, the off season really is focused on building your endurance, focusing on your form, focusing on strength training. Strength training is something I would advocate for sure during your off season, but don't go overboard with it. You don't need to be in the gym more than once per week during the off season. Again, once you're in the gym, focus on high reps and low weight. Okay, we're not in there to gain mass. We're in there just to strengthen the running related muscles. During the off season, focus on just staying consistent with your mileage, building your endurance, consistent sit-ups, push-ups, one strength training workout per week where you're just focusing again on maintenance and strengthening the core muscles of the body. That'll help you improve your overall form as you go into the race-specific training aspect of your build-up. That's where you really start doing faster tempo runs. You start focusing on more aggressive fartlek workouts. During the off season, you can do fartlek workouts, but just let it be really light. Maybe 10 1-minute medium, running at medium effort, followed by 1 minute easy, and then maybe get up to about 20 minutes of doing fartlek reps of that sort during your off season, and maybe doing that once per week, and then the rest of the week, easy endurance, long runs, but just again gradual build up. So it's similar to a 16 to 20 week build up, but it's just less anaerobic training. So I hope that makes sense in terms of off season running training. Again, off season is more about just building that consistency, Continuing to mentally rehearse even during the off season. Continue to spend 10 to 15 minutes daily visualizing what you want to do once you get to the point where you really start training really hard and you really start working on building that lactate tolerance, improving lactate tolerance, working on your VO2 max, working for longer periods of time at your anaerobic threshold. That's the season where really things really start to get challenging. And then, but most importantly, you want to make sure you focus all of your attention first on building a longer aerobic foundation first. You're going to lessen the likelihood of getting an injury. You're going to be strengthening your muscles, your tendons and ligaments going into, those faster types of workouts. It's when athletes jump the process and they start doing sprints and they start doing fartlek workouts and tempo runs without having ever really built a legitimate foundation of mileage. That's where that particular messes athletes up in the long run, because again, the season's already long enough, so you want to make sure in the off season you're not running super fast, so that you get, it gets to a point where several weeks, several months down the line, you start really feeling fatigued and tired, and you start doubting yourself, where really what it was is you were running far too aggressive in the build-up, in the off season, and you were trying to run too fast, too soon. And again, there's only so many times you can stress the energy systems of the body before you start getting diminished returns. So make sure you focus about in the off season, enjoying yourself. Don't take yourself so seriously in that particular time building up to your season. Again, just stay consistent with your mileage, keep things light, do lighter workouts, but don't get so caught up in doing very hard workouts, repeat miles, repeat 800s, long tempo runs. Just moderate to easy, relaxed training, and do that consistently for, anywhere from 4 weeks minimum up to about 12 weeks is optimal. 16 weeks if depending on how long and what particular event you're going for. But a nice strong aerobic foundation of mileage first, and placing all of your heavy emphasis on building that foundation of aerobic fitness first. Doing one strength training workout per week, and again focusing on the muscles of the body that'll help you maintain your form when you're running easy, and more importantly when you're running at race pace. So planks, sit-ups, and push-ups are absolutely essential. Doing repeat, doing a multiple of sets of those particular types of exercises, and then really once you're in the gym, focusing on medicine ball drills, box jumps, any type of explosive type activities, and you want to carry that over into your season. Okay, any type of explosive activity, whether that's box jumps or strength training or tempo runs or doing repeat miles or repeat intervals on the track, those are going to help you to recruit more fast twitch muscle fibers. And the more of those we can recruit as athletes, the more effective and efficient we're going to be when we go out and race. Again, the most important thing is improving our ability to sustain goal race pace, and you cannot do that without first following the proper steps of running success. You build your aerobic endurance during the off season, and then you start moving into race specific training, really hammering the energy systems of the body hard, but also making sure that you're relaxing and jogging on the recovery days so that you adapt to those hard anaerobic workouts you're doing. So that's my answer in terms of off-season running training and what you should be thinking about. Again, there are obviously other alternatives to running. If you're feeling tired or fatigued, get in the pool and do pool running. Pool running is an outstanding alternative to land running, and you can do that during the off-season as well. In the place of maybe instead of doing a fartlek workout, do pool running and do that during the off season. Make that a part of your build-up. And even once you get into the season itself, implement maybe like every 3 weeks or so a pool running workout, and get in either do your long run in the pool, get in the deep end, put it on your flotation device if you want to make it easier. Take it off if you want to make it much more difficult. You can do that in the place of a fartlek workout. So think about that too as you're in your off season as well. Because again, pool running is great because there's no stress on the ligaments, there's no impact on your joints. So that's something definitely to consider as well. So I hope this video is helpful for you. Definitely check out the description. There are resources below all of my videos that are there to help you and to help take you to the next level in your training and racing. If you have any other questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. And if you have a particular topic, something that you want discussed on the channel, leave it in the comment section below, and I will definitely consider making a video about that. So I will wish you guys all the best and gals all the best, and I will talk to you in the next video.